Well, g'day everyone and welcome back to the Aaron Engineering channel. So I've got a little video for you today and it's doing the drill bit stand for your workshop. If you're like me, I got so sick and tired of rummaging through my drawers to find my drill bits. They'd be scattered around the workshop in toolbox drawers and in another bucket over at the lathe, and you know, you've always got to check it and see which drill bit you got. Here's my little drill bit stand that I machined yesterday and the day before. And it's quite simple, and the reason I wanted to do this was to provide a solution to a problem that I had. Now, the problem that I had was I was so sick and tired of rummaging through my drawers to find the right size drill bit, okay? And God forbid, you know, you pick up one and, you know, lo and behold, it'd be imperial or it'd be metric, I'd have to mic or, you know, put a vernier on every one just to double check or use a drill gauge. So this little drill stand here, it will hold all my common size drill bits at the lathe or the milling machine or wherever I want to put it, okay? And what I like about it is it's a little bit harder for me to knock it off onto the ground. It's got a bit of weight in it, and I put 3 little neodymium magnets on the bottom here. Now the magnets are tiny, okay? To give you an idea, now I've had, like I said, I put this up on the YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. I had lots of good feedback. But you know, lots of the purists come out there and you shouldn't be using magnets and you're going to wreck your drill bits and rah, rah, rah. That's the magnet, guys. It's tiny. It's 7 millimeters diameter, 1.3 millimeters thick. What you got to remember with magnetism, ladies and gentlemen, is, and this is not a lesson in physics, and it's not me trying to be a school teacher on you, magnetism involves a few things. One of them is Gauss. The power of the magnet is measured in Gauss. The other thing is retentivity. What is the metal's, you know, how good is the metal at retaining magnetism once it's applied to it? Now, these little magnets here, I cannot see posing a problem, okay? Down the bottom here, there's 3 little magnets, and the whole reason I put them in there is because as you get older and you start to wear glasses, for some reason, I don't know what it is, every time I go to grab something, I knock something off onto the ground. And you saw it in my last video when I moved my hand and knocked my verniers onto the ground. Now, I think that's because I wear glasses now, and these are multifocals, and they can give you a parallax error when you look through the lens. Anyway, moving on, guys, let's talk about how I built this today. So it is a really easy build. Now, if you wanted to make this for yourself, you'll need 2 pieces of material, and I'll spin this around for you so the camera can see. And it's simply bright mild steel for the top, aluminium for the bottom. Now, the bright mild steel is, you need it just over, say, 155 mil long, okay, by 50 mil wide, okay, 6 mil thick, and the aluminium piece will be 10 mil thick aluminium. Alrighty, so here are the plans. Now, like all my stuff that I put on Aaron Engineering, the plans are going to be available for you to download for free. I'll give them to you in PDF. I'll give you the model as well. Now I'm going to be testing out some of this drill and tap fluid that my good buddy Artie over at Live Tools sent me. we're just pecking our way through that. And I just want to clean that up enough to get a good datum on that. Okay, you can see that I've done the scribe the arc there now. You can see I'm pretty much spot on because the end of the arc should line up with the center of that hole. And I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to pop it in the mill now and just eat away at this, okay? Decide on a third row, which is right in the middle, and of course in the middle of the width, of course, so 25 million. And then I went in the center of those 4 holes. And I thought I'd do it down the shallow ends of the drill, so they're around the smaller radius or smaller diameters. That way then I can fit my stuff in. So in here will be the 6mm spot drill. This will be the little center drill for the lathe. And then this will be the bigger center drill so my fingers can get in there to get it out, okay? So to set this up, I've got the depth stop set on the quill here, okay, to drill it at, I believe it goes down to 13, 14 millimeters. So to set that up here, I've got my little feeler gauge and I'll zoom in for you. I'm using my smaller camera today for this footage, so this is my little A6000 Sony. So this is a 0.5mm feeler gauge, and what I'll do, I can feel that there, that I've touched it. I'll take the reading and then I'll come in from there, 0.5. There we are there. I'll put a little bit of drill tap fluid here, so I don't like drilling full depth with these things here because they do run the risk of breaking, but because I've got a pilot hole, I think I should be fine. And just gently come into that. I'm just going to sneak up on that. And I might slow the drill bit down. I have got a pilot hole, so I'm not worried about the centre breaking off just yet. Okay, so here's the initial test fit, and you'll see the centre drills don't fit that well, okay, because they're going into the point and they're seating on the point there, okay. However, the spot drill on the shank there is beautiful. So yeah, look, I'm happy with that. So what I'm doing at the moment, I've deviated from the plan. I'm going to insert a couple of little tiny rare earth magnets in the base of this, and that will lock it down to the lathe or to the mill, because 9 times out of 10 my little chubby fingers is going to knock it off the bench and it's going to go over the floor. Now these are slightly under 7mm, so I've got a 7mm drill bit which really, you know, mics up to 6.95 or something like that, and they just go in beautifully. They just pop in there. So let's drill this one in. So I'm coming 10mm in from the end, 10mm in from the side. And I've set the depth stop to cut it at 3.1mm deep. Dot to the bottom, push it down with a bit of plastic. Now this is a really easy job that you can do. Now you don't need a milling machine to do this job. You could do this with a pedestal drill and of course, you know, a hacksaw and a file to file this radius on the end here. Okay, and plus some simple measuring and marking out tools. These are blind holes, they're not through holes. Okay, I'll take both drill bits out so you can see. And you're relying on the steel to hold it in shape here. Oopsie daisy, I didn't mean that magnet to get stuck on that then. All right. Now, all these drill bits in here that I used were Sutton drill bits, high-speed steel drill bits. And this is their inox range here where they've got a coated tip, and this is their Viper range. Now, some of these Viper drills here in the bigger sizes have split points. And if you want to learn a bit more about split points, Max Grant from the Swan Valley Machine Shop did a video on that, okay? So go and watch that. Max, I'm pretty sure Max said he tries to stay away from split points. I can't remember the reason now, but anyway. Well, that concludes today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for following on, and I hope you got something out of it. Like I said, it's not rocket science. It's quite a simple job. It's an enjoyable job to do if you're bored. It doesn't cost a lot of money to do. It can help you organise your drill bits. Best of all too, those little magnets on the top here, when I stick it on top of my machine and my little Kransky fingers here bump it, I don't knock it onto the floor, okay? Yeah, guys, look after yourself. I hope you have a really good New Year's Eve and Happy New Year. And let's hope and pray that 2021 is a better year, and because 2020 was absolute crap, and I wouldn't wish it upon your worst enemy, all right? Now, in closing, check out this new Aaron Engineering mug. Now, I'm not selling these, guys. My teacher aide at high school, he's Andrew Bannister. He's a fitter and turner. He's my teacher aide, and he's a gun. He's great to have in the workshop, and he bought me 2 of these cups for Christmas, and I thought that was really, really lovely of him. So thank you, Andrew, for the mugs. Now I've got a proper mug, and there's a mug holding it. Good on you. See you on the next video. Bye-bye. So it's just my luck now that I've started shooting this video and the neighbour up the road has started a chainsaw. So good on you. Thank sake. Okay. And I'll be using these really weird numbers. I've got no idea what they mean. They're all these funny fractions and Christ knows what that means. I think that means BC, before Christ. I've got no idea. But anyway, in metric, in communist units, the 1/8 drill is going to be 3.18 millimetre first. And I've just glued my fingers together, as luck would have it. And in here today we have the resident shop dog, Mossy the long-haired Chihuahua. Chihuahua with attitude. He watches over all safety, and he's come to the conclusion that his dad's a bit of a Gumby, haven't you, mate? Mossy.